Everybody is Easy here with the Put On. As you can see, there is a new person sitting. He's not necessarily new. He's just upgraded himself from behind the camera to in front of the camera.
Got a promotion.
He got a promotion because my old co-host got fired. I had to let that nigga go. I'm not gonna really get into it here. But if you want to know more about the situation, you can find us on Thursdays on a Doing Dope Shit podcast. So we're really going to get into what happened.
Right.
But go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Mohammed Cook, most notably known as the Killjoy intern. That's how you can best summarize me.
Yeah, so from now on, unless he decides to want to take another back seat, these are the faces of the new Put On show.
Come on now.
Yeah, so what's going on, man?
Man, I can't complain. I know my brain is going. I love this already.
It's funny. We trying so hard not to say some shit, but we say that for Thursday shows. Thursday shows really get into this. This show here, strictly music takes.
That's it. That's all we want to talk about. It sounds,
Right.
But all in all, bro, I've been good. I'm happy just to see the direction of music this year. I'm starting to understand a little bit more and hate a little less. But at the same time, I hate more at the same time. So I'm feeling good.
It comes with it, man. Like I said last show, that you guys will never see because somebody decided they wanted to be. Never mind.
Thursdays. Be sure to tune in to DDS. And we'll talk more about the situation.
So last episode, I said that these last couple months of the year, we're getting probably the best music we've seen in hip hop this whole year.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. There's no question.
Yeah. So most recently, Diddy. Does he go by Diddy now, or is it still Love?
Yeah, it's Diddy. It's Diddy. It's kind of like Snoop Lion, the way they just had that one.
It's gonna be Diddy Dirty Money. Diddy Dirty Money. He released his album. Let me go ahead and go to Apple Music just so I don't butcher the name.
Yeah, most known, I think it's called Love, or if I'm not mistaken, it's with the red cover.
See, like it's already right here. No, the Love Album.
The Love Album. I was
So
close.
Diddy recently dropped the Love Album off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Can't help but think of Kanye. But he dropped the Love Album off the grid, and so today we're going to talk about it, man. We just want to give our initial first thoughts on the tape.
So initially, off my first dribble, I'm gonna be honest with you. My perspective was a little tainted because I'm such an active fan of just the Joe Budden podcast, and they are heavy R&B heads. So me hearing the team's response to it kind of skewed mine a little bit.
Yeah.
So going into a project, mind you, this is the only R&B project I've listened to from the year. So I don't have a lot to compare it to.
Right.
But I can say I like it for two various reasons. The production, which is obvious, it's Diddy.
Right.
Secondly, fuck that. 3 reasons. Secondly, the features. My God, some of the things that I never thought I would hear Diddy and The Weeknd on the same type of track. Sway Lee and Diddy. These are some of the standout tracks. I want to say SZA. She was on there. I want to say I'm thinking her. I always get them two mixed up. But just all of the standout R&B acts were on this project. I was so happy to hear. The name that I was happy to hear was, what's his name? Jacquees.
Jacquees gets work, man.
Yeah, man.
When you come to R&B, Jacquees is up there.
Yeah, and the thing is that he's usually considered. I remember it was almost like a troll,
novelty.
Yeah, no. But it was like a troll when he would be like, "I'm the king of R&B."
Because all Jacquees does is covers of other people's songs.
Yeah, if you really think about it in the music terms, YK Osiris and Jacquees are kind of the same person. But listen.
No, they're not.
But no.
Put some respect on Jacquees' name.
And no, I'm talking about their initial rollout. When Jacquees came out, when he came out saying, "I'm the king of R&B," we all thought he was trolling. It was nobody who seriously sat down and said, "I'm gonna put." I don't want to give him platform because he's might be going through some legal issues.
Who? Oh yeah,
yeah, Mr. Still. No, yeah, him. Whatever. That's here nor there.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, no, he
Chris
already
Brown?
got it. I don't even want to listen. I'm trying to respect.
Tory Hayes.
When the Trey Songz documentary
Trey
drops,
Songz. It's crazy how many of our niggas got legal troubles.
I'm saying when the Trey Songz docs drop, we remember. I want you to use this as a quote. I'm telling you, I'm calling it. But what I'm trying to say is, when Jacquees originally came out and only doing covers, people consider him a joke because he put himself in the same breath of a lot of the R&B legends.
Yeah.
now that we're starting to hear, I was really watching this album closely because I was like, if he's not on this project, everything he said was null and void.
Right.
Best believe it. Not only was he on the project, he was on the first 25% of it. You can't. I think it was track 5 or 4.
Yeah.
So all in all, I was really surprised with the project. I really do like it. But lastly, the main reason why I like it is, come on, the Diddy ad libs.
You can't go wrong with Diddy ad libs.
What's one of your favorite Diddy ads?
Take that. I mean, that's an older one, but
or one of your better yet, one of your favorite Diddy verses.
They're not gonna know this.
Go ahead.
You're not gonna know this.
Just say it. You gotta
so
play.
one of my favorite, and look, and this is called the put on, right?
Right.
So our job is to put you guys on new music. These are one of those moments. My favorite Diddy verse is a remix of Future's Shit with Schoolboy Q and Diddy.
See, that's why I hate you, because I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bitch. I'm a motherfucking living legend.
That shit is one of my favorite fucking Diddy verses.
Yeah, it hands down, and we got to hear remnants of that throughout the song, but in a very romantic way. What's your take on that?
You know what? So I'll be honest, Diddy wasn't in my top. I'm gonna listen to the album.
Yeah.
But you play me a few of the tracks from the tape, man. I had to say, man, I had to go back and listen to it. I'm not a huge R&B listener. I'm not even gonna lie to you like that. But in the current state of hip hop, you gotta listen to something new.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with the tape.
Yeah.
Mind you, I listened to the Joe Budden review after.
Okay.
And I agree with it. My standout tracks, I fuck with, man. Sway Lee, you got to give that man props for his R&B bag.
This nigga don't miss.
This man really don't miss. He has not missed in a while. The Weeknd,
yes.
The Weeknd really never goes wrong.
Come on.
The first track got the.
But that's another conversation. I'm sorry.
The first track got the Dream on it.
What was that show called he did? But whatever.
You said let's not talk about it. All right, so
you
listen.
don't go wrong. I'm just gotta call it out.
You know, so listen. This is an R&B album through and through.
Yes.
Right. Every feature on here, and there's a lot of features, all make sense. There's one feature really that kind of took me by surprise.
Which was Tiana Taylor.
No.
I mean,
the feature king of 2023.
Oh, 21.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yes.
If they say 21 Savage ain't a versatile rapper, tell him suck my dick. He's a versatile rapper.
No.
He's a versatile rapper. What's 21 Savage doing on an R&B album?
And literally, he called this. You know, he called this. He said he was an R&B head. All the footage we saw him singing horribly to all the classic R&B songs.
Yeah.
That was him planting the seed to this album. That's why I got to give 21 his credit. So not only did he give Post a hit, he gave J. Cole a hit. And we can arguably say, is he about to give Diddy a hit? Come on.
Man. That's a sleeper feature that I fuck with. I guess it's not really another sleeper feature. It's just someone that I don't traditionally listen to. Is Justin Bieber.
Yo,
the song "Moments."
Yo, come on.
That's probably my favorite track of the whole tape.
Now,
that's probably my favorite.
Now, when did you start? Have you ever listened to the Biebs?
So there's a few songs. No,
okay.
I'm gonna just say no.
I need you to.
But here, no,
no, don't
I'm
do that.
not.
I hate it when I can't go in the DDS brain.
Listen,
like,
yeah, right. No, I've never listened to the Biebs.
I'm telling you, his Purpose album, outstanding. The opening song, and mind you, Purpose came out probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The first 4 tracks of, if you like that song, you would like the first 4 or 5 tracks of that Purpose album.
I might have to go back and listen to it.
After we get off air, I'll just go ahead. I'll play a couple tracks because it's outstanding. And I might have to listen to it. But all in all, this album is great. And I think one of the things that makes it great is like, you know, again, I hate fucking saying this. I sound like a broken record. Yeah.
Hip hop is super oversaturated. Super oversaturated. And Diddy's album is definitely a blast from the past, in lack of a better term. You know, it gives super 90s, early 2000 vibes. It's really for grown folk. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Oh, for sure.
It's really for the higher end of millennials. So to be able to actually hear...
Why do you say that?
Because...
What makes it a grown album?
One, keep it a buck, Diddy's album is a grown album because it talks about love. Not fucking. Not just, this your bitch, take my bitch. It's about genuine love. It's an R&B love album.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of those nowadays.
I think Tiana Taylor's song, when I played it, it was I feel closer to God when I'm with you. And I was like, yo, that's a really deep track. But
we don't get a lot of these songs, or even just some of the themes that they speak about in these songs. We don't get a lot of this in today's music.
So you're saying the verbal content is what makes it grown?
Yeah. I'd say,
because I can argue that.
I say 2 things.
Okay, go ahead.
The verbal content,
yeah,
and just the overall production of the tape.
Yes,
it's not necessarily dated, but it's just a little bit more. It's a little bit more like solid.
Okay.
For the lack of a better word.
I'm gonna take your second one. I'm gonna pick up from your second point. The production. What makes it grown, and I don't know why anyone hasn't said this, instrumentation. Youth does not have instrumentation. There's a lot of 808s, a lot of electronic drums, a lot of electronic instruments.
Yeah.
Instrumentation, having a band, having an actual acoustic drums, guitars, all those, because that's a very expensive thing to do. And a lot of new acts, no matter here in hip hop, R&B, a lot of new acts do not have the bandwidth or even the budget to even pull that off.
Yeah.
So not unless you're an act like you're like a mystical unicorn like her, who plays a million one instruments or something like that. Steve Lacy, David was talking about that earlier. He plays the guitar. Not outside of that, the instrumentation on every track proves this is a grown folks album, and I have grown folks money to prove that.
Yeah, but even like you mentioned her and Lacy, I feel like those are some of the remnants of like the older artists, you know, because
instruments.
Yeah, because like a lot of the newer artists now, like you said, everything is quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right.
That's why 808s are always up there, because it's easy to hit an 808 beat than to make an instrument, whatever, you know what I mean? Like to make a beat. And it's like a lot of the newer acts now, because they're so quick, fast, they cut a lot of corners in their artistry when it comes to like even like creating fan bases or just even making music that's timeless.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this Diddy tape, although in my opinion the best Diddy music we've ever received outside of him, you know, with Biggie, is Press Play. That album's a classic to me.
And I would argue that.
No, that album is
that's his best album. But
it's a classic.
But you understand,
it's timeless.
This goes back to the conversation.
Press Play is a timeless classic album. Yeah, Last night, wouldn't he get an answer?
Answer.
I don't even know the rest of the shit.
I
tried to call. But no one sings. Regardless. Press Play is a classic tape.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
No, I got to keep going. With this blank expression.
It's a classic tape.
Way I feel.
It's a classic tape.
But listen, but when you have that conversation, so I got to cut you. So we just going to disregard Jagged Edge. We just going to disregard Danity Kane. We going to disregard all of these projects that Diddy has.
So no. Listen.
Go ahead.
You get me messed up, right?
Okay, go ahead.
As far as the Diddy album, Press Play is the shit. And when you start talking about Jagged Edge and
it's a Diddy album.
The name is Jagged Edge, or isn't Jagged Edge?
He's executive producing these projects.
Yeah, okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him singing on the track, not him executive producing, because Kanye executive produced damn near everybody good music, but I don't consider those Kanye tapes.
Okay.
The beat only takes you so far. Mind you, that so far is damn near 75% of the destination.
No. Easy. It's more than that. It's more than that. It's like saying like Quincy Jones made the beat on Thriller. So he like that nigga showed. That's crazy. But listen, Quincy Jones made the beat.
But listen, when you get in those realms of Danity Kane and Jagged Edge, and you start speaking on Diddy's legacy, so then that asks the question: where do we rank Diddy as far as an artist?
And Diddy and DJ Khaled are kind of this. DJ Khaled, Diddy, and I'm not saying this to play. No, but listen.
No, you know, matter of fact, continue. DJ Khaled and Diddy and DJ Khaled are the same. What?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying they have the same type of role in music today. I'm not saying we don't listen to a DJ Khaled song and being like, oh, let me hear that hot fire. Fucking Khaled's about to spit about his new Jordans and Maybach. When we listen to the project, we like the other acts that are on there. Think about it. Khaled gave us God did. But we wouldn't dare. We already know it would be complete blasphemy to say Khaled wrote that Jay-Z verse.
Listen, man, I
see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
They have a very specific role in music.
I understand what you're saying, but I'll be damned if you liken Diddy to DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled has the ability to put together Starfire, but as far as his specific talent outside of that, bro, it's bottom of the barrel.
Whoa.
It's outside of putting together star talent on the album, bro.
I'm so hood.
Outside of putting together star talent?
Ace Hood was not star talent at the time.
No, I'm not saying that was the beginning of a star.
Yeah, but
to be able to call star talent, nigga. To be able to call, because when they came out with, and we transitioned to DJ Khaled, when they came out with fucking Knock Knock Bang Bang with the cash at, What's that song with T-Pain? Cash Flow. Cash Flow.
Okay, yeah.
Like, yeah, Ace Hood wasn't a star at that time, bro, but he had
Right.
star potential. You could easily call that.
But understanding, knowing, telling him where to, like, don't do that.
That's the
Don't do
talent.
that.
DJ Khaled's talent is
that's
putting
why-
together
that-
other star talent. Outside of that, bro, I don't give him nothing else. Diddy, on the other hand,
Would you think he writing these raps?
no, he's not. But he gave us press play.
You think he on the MPC then? Then what? This is my point exactly. This is my point exactly. I'm trying to tell you, it sounds blasphemy because Diddy's a billionaire, and I would love to. I know this is not the show for it. We maybe need to talk about this on DDS, talking about that NDAs he had go out to give everybody back their royalties. When you found out the truth about that, this nigga is amazing.
Let everybody get their royalties back. They ain't worth shit, but you can have a bet.
No, it gets deeper. It
Yeah,
gets deeper. But
but
anyways, when you start talking about the role of people in music, like, bro, that's the same thing with what was Pop Smoke's guy?
Fucking oh shit.
Oh man, this is bad.
Fuck.
Not Elliot Grange. Not. Oh my God.
All right, let's move forward.
Yeah, because I know they wrote it in the look at,
these niggas don't know shit.
But what I'm trying to say is that those roles are important, and that's why I'm saying when you start talking about Diddy, when you start talking, so then my question is, what album would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to Khaled's God Did or the Love album? Damn, shit got interesting, eh? Because I already know which one you're gonna pick, but now you have to fight to. Now you gotta defend what the fuck you just said.
I'd have to, you know what? And I will listen. I'll choose Diddy's solely for the fact that those 3 songs I genuinely like more than anything on Khaled's last tape. Let's look it up. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Look. So on Diddy's tape, my Moments, Justin Bieber.
All right, that's one.
Another One of Me with The
Okay.
Weeknd. Tough Love with Sway Lee. Those are just my 3 standouts. I'll be honest, 27 songs on the album is a lot.
Stephen Victor.
Yeah. 27 songs on the album is a lot nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I do fall into the category of people whose attention span is short. So anywhere from like 12 to 15 tracks is a perfect length for me.
Okay.
This shit was an hour and 23 minutes long.
Yeah, and it was good. And this is why I have to defend like my statement of saying DJ Khaled and Diddy have the same role with I'm not going to say they have the same amount of impacts. I'm not going to say they have the same amount of money. I'm not having that conversation. I'm saying they have the same job description within music.
That sounds nasty to say. You may be right. I can't give that to you. It just sounds like you're not supposed to say that.
You're not, because it's Diddy. And
They don't have the same role. Diddy's role is way more extensive than DJ Khaled's
and you
role.
can't give me an example.
It is, bro.
You're living
Diddy
off
gave us
nostalgia.
Daddy Kane. What DJ Khaled give us?
Ace Hood.
I'm telling you, bro. No, DJ Khaled's only talent is putting together other star talent. Diddy nurtures star talent, bro. I don't even gonna say Ace Hood's the only nigga, no, but no, Diddy's giving us so. And look, we go, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it up to the comments. You guys in the comments, let us know if I need you to say it again because
Yes.
I can't.
Oh, okay. So
You say it again.
I look at what camera right there.
What camera we on? You say it again.
DJ Khaled and Diddy have the same responsibility in music today. They both get star talent, put them together, and essentially ad-lib over the song. They pay for the song and they pay for the artist. So if you come to me and say that Diddy and DJ Khaled don't have the same role, don't start talking about revolt. We're talking about responsibility in music. Make sure you at this man when you do it.
Arguably, Revolt is a huge music responsibility, but we're going to leave it up for the comments to
right.
decide because we're going to go all day on.
Yeah.
It just feels so nasty to say.
But
you
can't argue against that.
Yes, you can, but we just don't have the time. We just don't have the time.
Once this is off, I want to hear your
I
argument.
feel like that's a DDS conversation. Bring Ty in on this. So he can have another crazy take on that shit.
You know how he feels about that.
Yeah, but earlier we talked about newer talent.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I guess we kind of both started a conversation on was the fact that no new rappers, new age rappers, and I mean rappers post-pandemic,
yeah,
they're not creating music in the sense of they're not creating a fan base.
Right.
They're not worrying so much about a fan base. All they're worrying about is getting music out there, make it a hit, move on to the next hit. They're not doing enough artist development to create a solid fan base for themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like when I say fan base, I mean like how fucking I don't mean it as elementary as this, but like Nicki Minaj has the Barbs, Beyonce has the Hive,
The Beehive.
Mm-hmm. I don't know any other.
Rihanna has the military. What are they called? I'm saying it wrong.
Rihanna has a name for a fan base.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Army or something like that. Fenty Army or something like that. I can't remember. I know.
Does Taylor have the Swifties? Or am I just making that up?
Something like that, and they all refer to her as mother.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's fucking nasty. There's no.
Man, we out of here.
That's nasty.
That's what it is, bro. They all refer to them as like some form of mother, but
y'all need help. I'm just letting y'all know, right? Doja Cat said it best. Y'all need help.
Doja Cat has the kittens.
No, she don't. She don't claim them.
And she don't claim them.
She don't want no fan. But yeah, new artists are making fan base, and I feel like that plays a part in their overall career as far as why we don't see any longevity in a lot of these new talents.
Yeah.
It's just about the quick hit. Quick hit. And mind you, I know we talked about how like it's the music business fault partly because the music business is only worried about fucking hits,
profit
singles,
margins.
Hit exactly.
They're concerned about profit margins,
and so they spend all their time in investing in a song that already has traction to squeeze as much money out of it, and then they move on to the next nigga with a hit and squeeze the money out of that. And because of that, these artists, instead of trying to focus and build an actual base, they're only worried about the next hit. They're not spending enough time creating a career for themselves.
Okay. And now I'm going to play the music business and you play the artist. Let's make this conversation interesting. I recognize from the business, from looking at analytics, there is no purpose in me giving you a full-length project because the attention span of our certain audiences or of the audiences is not that long.
Right.
So why would I invest in development? Give me one good reason.
It's risk. High risk, high reward.
Hold on. Mind you, only one artist keeps the light on. We already take risk by we give out 20 deals in hopes of one.
Cut down on those deals. Cut down on those deals to give as you see a lot of the talent we have now when they first started, bro, compared to where they are now, ain't shit. I mean, who would have called Drake being Drake, Kendrick being Kendrick? Yeah. And even fuck them niggas, bro. Cardi B, look at Cardi B's career, bro. Okay. Cardi B when she first started was fucking terrible. Trash.
Right.
Trash. But somebody decided and said, you know what? I see a star in you. Let's sit down and let's work on your artistry, on your writing, on your delivery, on your flow. Let's actually put money behind some of your music. Now she's damn near the second hottest female rapper, arguably first female rapper we've had since Lil' Kim.
And I would argue
we'll never see an artist like that blow up like that now because nobody wants to be able to sit down with these newer artists, or let's say me specifically, and say, I believe in your career. Let's put some money behind your talent to get you where you got to go.
And I would argue that the reason why Cardi B's leverage is where it is because it has nothing to do with any of the music she's done. It has nothing to do with Bodak Yellow.
Love and hip hop.
Love and hip hop.
And Instagram. Her star potential outside of music.
Exactly. So now let's revisit this conversation again. Right? Like I said, what is the incentive in this? If somebody who's coming in, if you're not showing me that you can reach if you can reach other platforms, why would I invest in you? I'll give you an act that nobody really takes in consideration, but who has had artist development over the past 5 years. DDG. You squint. You said moonwalking in Calabasas.
No, not that. Nigga, just...
Listen, DDG took his entire platform that he developed from YouTube, transitioned into music. Yeah. From that music, he's actually able to sell albums. If I'm not mistaken, he's doing 30, 40,000 units. Not too bad for somebody who's been slowly growing their fucking platform. On top of that, he opened for Gunna at the MSG. So understand, when we start talking about, it's easy to say, oh, there is no artist development anymore. There is, but you have to come with a platform that's outside of music before you get here. I think that the whole idea of somebody becoming popular off of music and solely music is done.
And so just to double down, and I agree, because that's again one of the sad parts about music is I agree because another artist who's had huge artist development, I don't know if they make music anymore, and don't kill me for saying this, Bad Baby.
It's another one. That's another one. But
Bad Baby, she
I was
popping,
just bumping High Bitch the other day too.
She was bumping, popping off of Dr. Phil shit.
Mhm.
Started making music, and she was able to develop into an actual. I'm gonna take you serious artist.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's like you have to be viral, but it's like it's not even viral. It's
Yeah.
you have to be a personality outside of music.
Exactly. Because what we're talking about,
And it's less risk knowing that, all right, they have a platform outside of music. Is not as much risk as opposed to somebody who's strictly an artist who maybe have a good song, and then they can put dollars behind the actual music.
so now let's go back to what you're saying before. Artists, I mean, the music business does not put money behind these acts. They do put money behind the acts, but they put very little money behind the acts because all they are acts.
Well, so look, let me
The content creators, they're not going to give them a $2,500, $50,000 advance. They're going to give them they're going to give them some coin.
right. So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use La Russell as an example, right? La Russell is a super famous independent artist,
Correct.
right? Doesn't have no label behind him, probably has some money, but not the really big dollars like that. He is doing the legwork to create a fan base.
Yes.
So much so that he's throwing concerts at his own house. He's turning his
Correct.
own backyard into a concert. So now that he's built this fan base of people who actually support him, when it's time to snag a label deal, whether he'll do it or not, he already has that fan base. So now his career is already going to be longer than anybody else because he has those core fans.
Correct.
Why is that not the route to go?
It is. I wouldn't say that it isn't. I think that also it takes a level of grit and tenacity from the artist himself.
A lot of artists don't
That
have
they don't
nowadays
have,
because they just trying to get paid.
And to be completely honest, when you start talking about rap, you got to start thinking about, bro, I told you today, I put $70 in gas in my car, right? $70 in a Toyota 2020 Toyota Corolla. Niggas they need the upfront bread to just maintain. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the question on, before 5 years ago, the conversation was always about masters. And then it became, okay, I'm doing a distro deal or I'm doing whatever it may be. Understand, a lot of acts do not have the patience, the tenacity, the grit, or even the forethought in their own future. Why should we put when we know that you're going to flop? We know. Like, even when we give you this type of money, we're actually not even banking on it coming back.
So what's the answer then? In the proverbial question of how do new acts create a fan base? What's the answer? How do we answer that question?
It's very simple. If you're an act, you have to accept the fact that 10 years of your life is going to your essentially your fan development. It's not your artist development. I think that's where a lot of people fuck up. When they coin that term, artist development is where you fuck up.
Yeah.
It's that fan development, learning how to make the relationship with your fans. Lil Russell can probably call his fans individually. Somewhere in a database, he has all his fans' phone numbers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Niggas ain't doing that. I'll give you another example. Somebody who kind of walked that line of not even walked the line, who really was independent, but by force. Now, I don't even think by choice, but was Tyler, the Creator. Because what he was doing initially, understand, he was taking a lot of time on developing what his core audience looked like. And as he's gotten older, if you want to ask yourself, what is Lil Russell going to look like in the coming of years? It's going to be a Tyler, the Creator fan base. Or better yet, it's going to be a Russ fan base. With time.
I would say more Russ.
It's going to be a Russ fan base.
Yeah.
So, but if you're not willing to invest in yourself, he talks about how much money he spends of his own money in marketing.
And it's crazy because
and gives up game.
Yeah.
I sent it to you.
Oh no, listen, man. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah,
but I do have a business.
There it is. Be sure to pick up.
Volume 5 available now. Volume 6 coming soon. If you are a business, you do have the opportunity to advertise your business or brand in Volume 6. DM Killjoy Magazine for more information.
Bang.
Did that pretty nice. And you know, Lil Russell.
There you go. We got to flow back in the
So even Lil Russell, like, I'm not a rapper, but a lot of the shit he kicks game on, I can implement on this, like the whole pay what you want process. Like, you probably take a loss, but like that's what goes into building a fan base. And like, if you think about it, bro, a lot of these independent acts and just that come to mind, like Currency or even like Flatbush Zombies, like
rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Like, these people have core fan bases that will literally drive across the country to come see them perform because it's like they grew up they felt connected to these artists. If you ask me, man, I feel like a lot of artists need to be independent for a while before they sign that deal. I know the money talk is different, and it's gonna take a strong nigga to turn down.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they shelling out millions, but 500,000, 700,000. It's gonna take a strong nigga to shell that out. But like you said earlier, you gotta have the forethought that you're gonna make that money back, triple it in the future.
10x it. I won't even say that.
And maybe, and that's only if you're really good, because that money's not in independency.
Well, this is what I wanted to say. Well, I say 10x it because the money that you get up front is not even really yours; it's a loan.
Yeah.
So you're going to, even if they give you a $700,000 loan, it really boils down to like 70,000.
Yeah.
So you're going to make 700 within the span of your career. But whatever. You asked, what's the solution for this problem? And I really sat here.
What's the damn solution?
What's the damn solution? The hip hop needs a union. Because
that requires African Americans to see the commonality in each one of us and come together as a group of people, just like Mexicans do, white people do, every other race do.
We ain't even got to make it a race,
my brother.
No, we got to do it off of entertainment. Shouts out to all those on strike and within all the writers. Y'all are coming through, and like I said, the writers' strike was an example of the same thing that's happening in music, but the writers said, fuck no.
Writers
they
said, we're not taking it.
We're not taking it yet.
Putting these fucking down.
They said, we're not taking what, and we're not going to take it. Who is that?
We're not going to take
Molly
it.
Crew? No, it's not Molly Crew.
No, we're not going to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, if you want to know what's going to happen to rap in general, watch what's going to happen next after this strike. If rap does not take the appropriate steps, which it won't,
we're going to lose rap, bro.
We're going to lose. Accept that.
How
you feel about that as the person who wants to write about this genre? That you asking me what's the solution? I'm giving you a solution. What you going to do?
But no, I'm okay. Because right now, and my goal is to focus more on the independent side of the game, because I already know mainstream is dead. It's on its way out, last leg type shit.
Okay.
So much so that you got mainstream artists trying to do alternative shit that they don't ever do. I'm more so focused on like the independent and alternative scene, and they kind of looking on it from the outside in. Outside in, to where they can see the faults of mainstream and they're not doing the same thing. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
And then on the worst case, I'm not. R&B, you guys hiring?
For real.
Country, rock, you guys. Where's the new rock bands at? I haven't heard about a new garage band in a while.
Yeah, the Hate Drugs. There's one.
I was just about to say that's probably because I'm not looking. There's a lot.
Yeah, they're there.
Especially in Bakersfield, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
I need to start get somebody in here. But I think you're right.
A union.
I think we're both right. Union, and niggas need to stay independent just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think if those things would happen at the same time, we won't be having these conversations.
Did the Put On just save hip hop?
Coming the 2023 clip.
did the Put On just save hip hop? Like it was a piece of Apple equipment?
Listen, I've been trying to tell niggas they don't want to unionize, and I'm usually they
need to unionize. I wanted to talk about how like festivals are killing rap careers, but maybe that might be a conversation that's thought out and drawn out just a little bit longer, because it takes a lot of knowledge to understand why we would even ask that question.
Why we would ask
is festival performances killing careers or destroying rap careers?
And then I can argue no. Very simple.
I can argue yes, even more simple.
Because what you gonna consider Woodstock? That was a fucking festival.
No, so
you ready?
Think
Warped
more,
Tour, another festival.
No, think
keep going.
More current, nigga.
No, but
more
this is what
current.
I'm trying to say. The festival infrastructure has been around forever.
So
rappers just don't have fan bases.
Oh,
don't get mad at the fucking festival.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because these niggas suck. Don't get mad at them, nigga. Because if we gonna start having a festival conversation,
you answered my question. The festival altogether, no. But you have to understand, like you said, rap don't have fan bases, and they take these big ass stages that's supposed to fill 100,000 people,
right,
25,000 only know the chorus because they watch them on TikTok.
Yeah, and you're being generous with 25,000.
I'm being super generous with 20.
That's why I was like, yo,
I'm being
25,000.
super generous.
Rabobank only sits 10,000. So
I'm
you
being-
said 25. So I'm like, you're bugging.
Being super generous, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like that. It's because rap stars, actors, whatever the fuck you want to call them, niggas,
Yeah.
don't spend enough time building a fan base and take these stages that's meant for 100,000 people, and nobody there knows their music.
Well, here's the thing. The entire idea, I think, I'm going to look at this from the other side. I think you're giving too much credence to the festival, and you're not giving enough credence to artists not developing their own shows. The idea of the concert is dead. The festival has killed the concert. Remember that.
Right.
The festival has killed the concert. It did not kill the rap artist, because here's the issue. It takes a level of, once again, grit, guts. They accept the fact that, like, yo, you know the Roxy. Listen, you know the Roxy.
I am.
At one point, 10 years ago, if you wanted to be an act, you had to go through the Roxy.
And the
you
Novo,
had to go.
the Novo,
you had to
and-
go through the
and
Novo. You had to go
the one
through
that's in Orange County,
bro.
the observatory.
Yeah, bro, but even that one's relative. That's because that's out. What do you call it? Outdoor. That's
I
a
mean,
little different.
it's
It's a little bit bigger.
It's not on the smaller, because where we saw Travis at.
Club Nokia, but they changed the name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what they call it
Yeah.
now. But understand, like, those small clubs
Are necessary.
are very necessary. This is what happens. A lot of rappers get a single, they get a song, cool,
It blows up.
it blows up, and then what circuit do they hit? This is where they fuck up. You ready? The club circuit.
Yeah.
They they do what do you call it? A
Meet and greet. Yeah.
not a meet.
No, but
what do they call it when you a walkthrough.
A walkthrough.
They do a walkthrough at a club off their single, and they think that's what it takes to get it done. They happy. They got $50,000 to do a
No,
walkthrough.
niggas, they fast track it to the festival stage, and you're not supposed to.
So once again,
You're not supposed to. That's not how you're supposed to do it, rappers.
and
No, it's not. You hit your small venues first, bro.
Exactly.
Hit your small venues. Don't go straight to Rabobank.
Exactly.
Cause you ain't gonna pack that shit out.
Exactly.
Hit your Room 82s, your Jerry Pizzas first.
Exactly. Look
Do
at
those
you.
first.
Local as fuck, right?
I know, right?
Look, they proud of you.
I'm just saying, do those first, cause that's what's gonna build your name up out here in these streets.
Exactly. And you need to, and that's always been my biggest beef. I have nothing against, I think even one of the platforms, they have an issue with who does the big festival out here that rests about 10 rappers every year, but they keep signing up. Oh my God, I feel old as hell. It started in Florida. Kodak practically started the whole thing. How we have a conversation about festivals and not mention blank.
Because there's a lot of fucking festivals.
Rolling Loud. Thank you.
Oh.
So when we start talking about festivals, right?
See, in Rolling Loud, those were the festivals. Rolling Loud specifically is the one to snatch those newer talents.
Right.
Specifically.
And this is the issue, is that
They're not ready for it.
Rolling Loud is not. What they do is they put 40 other niggas on this flyer, or 30 other niggas on the flyer, who all came to see Juice WRLD. But they're like, while we're waiting up for the big main stage, we're going to go ahead and just walk around a little bit.
And that's what fucking kills it, because, you have. I'm just
Rest
gonna
in peace, Juice WRLD, by the
I'm
way.
gonna specifically use Ice Spice just because I've personally seen that happen.
Yeah.
You have Ice Spice, and instead of her bagging a concert in a smaller venue just for herself, like you said, she's on this festival list with 50 other people, and they're like, oh, I came to see so and so, but Ice Spice will be there, so I'll go see her.
Right.
Nobody's going there specifically to see Ice Spice. It's more so, oh, they're on the festival lineup too, I'll go look at them, as opposed to it being in their own show, and now you have people going there. It's like, I say, it's like having like a store in the mall, like a Vans,
Yeah.
be a standalone store versus
Yeah.
a store in the mall. If it's a standalone store, you're going to that store because you need a pair of Vans.
Right.
As opposed to the mall, you're walking by and you say, oh, look, I'm walking by Vans. Let me stop in there and see what they got.
They actually have a terminology for that in business called your anchors.
Yeah.
Your anchor stores. So like when people go to the mall, they're generally going to Macy's. Used to be JCPenney's. I don't know.
The department store, that's where they
your
go
anchors.
off for those.
Those
And then
anchors. And
everything else is just, oh, hey,
Cool.
look.
I'll
And
get a
those are
pretzel.
those are your headliners. Those are
Right.
your Frank Oceans and J. Cole's and Kendrick's and
So
Kanye's.
very much like how the modern mall has died over the past 10 years, so have festivals killed the artists. Damn.
We done it, guys. We done it, guys. It's a wrap. We done it. That's crazy. How the fuck we liken malls to festivals? It works.
Who else? Who else? That's bro. I got no other words. That's good.
Weird.
Yeah, close it out, nigga.
Nah, listen, man. So every week on the Put On, we like to put you guys on the new music that is the genius of the show. This week, I want to introduce you guys to a specific artist. I believe he's from Ohio. He goes by the name 12K Gotti, right? 12K Gotti from Ohio has a new song out called Showmanship, and it's super, super Texas vibes. I mean, if you're a fan of Chopped and Screwed in all forms, 12K Gotti's Showmanship is definitely going to be something that you want to listen to. I'm thinking about making a playlist for all of the put-ons. So you can catch it in the link of Killjoy Magazine on Instagram or on Spotify. And then, Mo, what you got?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I had to look up the name to make sure I said it right. Listen, I'm 30, y'all, so I'm a grown man. I still believe in slow love and making love, you know. So I need to make sure y'all listen to something a little bit smoother. So we're going to go ahead and play that Love album, something that you can go ahead kiss her on the side of her neck to. And we're going to go straight to, I want to make sure I say there's certain songs, Tough Love. You got to make sure you tell her how much you appreciate her in her ear while you put this song on. And when the beats slow down and they drop the hi-hats, you make sure to kiss her on the forehead. And that's my put on song for today.
All right, I'm glad y'all rocking with us. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I really enjoyed this.
Fuck that nigga, right?
All right, yo. Again, I'm your host, Eazy.
I'm your host, Muhammad Cook.
And this is Killjoy's The Put On. You guys have a great day.
Hit the red button.